Have you ever felt that paralyzing fear that seems to take over your body and mind? But why are we so afraid? And more importantly, how do we deal with it? Today, we'll dive into how three giants of thought, the philosopher Epictetus, the master Jesus, and the writer Fyodor Dostoevsky, understood fear and what we can learn from them to transform this haunting emotion into strength. Epictetus and the illusion of control. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that fear is born from our attempt to control what is not in our power. For him, fear arises when we cling too much to external things, health, money, the opinions of others, all of which are outside our control. He said that true freedom and tranquility come when we learn to accept what we cannot change and focus only on what depends on us, our attitudes and thoughts. Imagine a daily situation like losing your job or facing a health crisis. Fear is natural, but Epictetus invites us to ask, can I control this? If the answer is no, then suffering and fear are useless. It is not things that disturb us, but our opinions about things. Epictetus. Jesus and fear, faith and courage. In the Bible, fear appears many times, and Jesus speaks about it profoundly. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." Isaiah 41, verse 10. Jesus does not deny fear, but offers a way out, faith. Trust in the divine presence transforms fear into courage. During the crucifixion, the most frightening moment in history, Jesus himself faced fear, but surrendered his life with trust. "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." Luke 23, verse 46. This shows that fear does not have to dominate us if we trust in something greater, in a purpose. In daily life, faith can be that force that makes us take a step forward even when fear paralyzes us. Dostoevsky and the visceral battle within. Dostoevsky, the great Russian writer, explored fear in his works as something more complex and visceral. For him, fear is not just external, it is an internal battle, a conflict between our doubts, guilt, desires, and the search for meaning. In Crime and Punishment, the protagonist faces the fear of guilt and condemnation, and this corrodes him from within. Dostoevsky shows us that fear can be a way to confront our own conscience and our humanity, but also that by facing this fear, however painful, we can achieve redemption and transformation. Understanding fear as a doorway. In our daily lives, fear appears in many forms: fear of failure, abandonment, judgment, death. But if we look through the lens of these three masters, fear can be a sign that we are alive, that there is something valuable at stake. Epictetus invites us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. Jesus reminds us that we are not alone and that faith is the bridge to courage. Dostoevsky challenges us to face fear as a path to self-exploration and overcoming. Fear is a universal human emotion, but it doesn't have to be a prison. With the wisdom of Epictetus, Jesus, and Dostoevsky, we can learn that fear is in fact a doorway to self-knowledge, faith, and inner freedom. If this video made you think differently about fear, leave your comment. What fear do you need to face today? And subscribe to the channel for more reflections that connect philosophy, spirituality, literature, and real life. See you next time.